Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Power. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright, now what we here on today, Mr. Roll Up? Former DPD officer charged with felonies after shooting officer during standoff. Now, y'all might be wondering what is DPD? That is Detroit Police Department. How about that? How about that?
Call for family trouble ended in gunfire. A wounded police officer and a home so badly damaged that it could be condemned.
And the accused gunman, a former Detroit police officer, now staring down a long list of felonies.
Shit.
7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wimbley takes us inside the courtroom as the one-time cop faced a judge from a hospital bed. And he's circling back to neighbors who say none of the drama caught them by surprise.
This is what's left of Daniel Waldrop's home after that standoff with police. He's facing more than a dozen charges, the most serious of which could land him in prison for the rest of his life. 30-year-old Daniel Waldrop had his day in court from a hospital bed. The ex-cop injured in a standoff with Roseville police Friday as officers responded to his home for a domestic violence run.
His wife was trying to leave, and then she started beating on, he started beating on the car and everything. And what started it, and then she left, but I don't know why she came back.
Ina Morris, a neighbor, says the chaos has been building for some time now.
They were always outside arguing, they were fighting with the kids. It wasn't surprising because he was always out of control.
Prosecutors say Waldrop fired at 4 Roseville officers during the barricaded standoff, striking one of them, that officer now recovering at home. Waldrop is charged with a slew of felonies, including 4 counts of assault with intent to murder.
The defendant obviously had no regard for the safety of his neighbors or the police officers showed up on scene during this incident when he fired his high-powered rifle from inside the house to outside toward the police officers and his neighbors.
Court-appointed defense attorney Charles Merlo argued Waldrop is a troubled man stemming from his time in the military and as a Detroit cop.
Mr. Waldrop's circumstances are somewhat unfortunate. He suffers from post-traumatic stress, for which he is medicated and for which he was perhaps over-medicated from time to time.
The Detroit Police Department says Waldrop resigned from the force amid allegations of assault. That same year, he was convicted on 2 assault charges in a domestic violence case. In a statement, his ex-wife, Hannah Waldrop Jones, said, "Our family is deeply saddened by the actions of Daniel and the events that took place. We send our prayers and support to the officer who was injured and to the entire community affected. We are also grateful for the safety of his wife and the children."
And I just kind of hope that he gets what he deserves out of the whole situation. He tormented his kids, he tormented his wife, he's tormented the neighborhood, the officers.
Waldrop is being held in a $2 million bond. He'll be shipped off to the Macomb County Jail once he's cleared at the hospital. His next court date is set for mid-February. In Roseville, I'm Randy Wimbley, 7 News.
All right, now y'all heard that, right? Y'all know we got to bag it up a little bit. Let me start right here.
Perhaps over-medicated
Hold on.
from time to time.
The Detroit Police.
I don't know where that part was at, but I wanted to show y'all the part where it said that he was a court-appointed lawyer. So y'all can go back in the video and figure that out, right? But this is what we on. This guy right here, Daniel Waldrop, resigned from Detroit Police Department. Okay, now what I was saying about what I wanted to back it up to the part where it showed that the lawyer was a court-appointed, I want to speak on that real quick because as a Detroit police officer, how is it that you got a court-appointed lawyer? That's like most people that commit crimes that don't got no money. That's what they get. They get court-appointed lawyers. How is you as an ex police officer of the law end up with a court-appointed lawyer? Like I said, nobody is above the law. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? This guy actually took an oath, wore the outfit, wore the badge, arrested people, all type of shit. And he still ended up with a court-appointed lawyer. Nah. Let's zoom in. We got that out the way. Let's get this. Y'all see him, right? Oh, them cars right there, them Detroit police cars. Yeah, you see it. Detroit, Michigan government police. Them Detroit police cars. And it said this happened in Roseville. Roseville is a city outside of Detroit, maybe like 30 minutes away from Detroit type shit, right? 20 to 30 minutes away from Detroit, right? Anyway, so this guy right here, he get into it with his girlfriend, baby mama, wife, whatever she was. He arguing and fighting with her. They call the police. The police show up. Why did Detroit police show up? I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? But they showed up, right? So with that being said, when they show up, he out there having a battle with the police. Mind you, he is the police. He is involved with this kind of shit. He know how this go. And he doing a whole standoff with some cops, with him being a former cop. This is what you call 100% crash out. You know what I'm saying? So when the police get there, he have a standoff with him. What he do? Ended up shooting at the damn cops and shot one of them. Luckily, he didn't kill the cop, but he well, you know what? In this case, what I just tell y'all last time, what, like 2 videos ago, attempted murder is the same as murder. So with this guy right here, they about to charge him with attempted murder on a police officer, even though he is a former police officer, but he's not that no more. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna charge him with attempted murder on a police officer, and he gonna spend the rest of his life in prison, even though he's an ex-cop. But he committed this crime on what can you say, a current cop. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Again, nobody is above the law. But when you go after the law and you are no longer a part of the law, you are a pedestrian, um, a civilian, you know what I'm saying, a tax-paying person, whatever you want to call it. If you're not a cop no more, you are just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So they about to book this nigga, right? All right, now we got that out the way. Why is he laying here in a hospital bed, Mr. Roll Up? Because they beat the fuck out of him. You know what I'm saying? Instead of killing him, they were like, hey, you was one of us. You know what I'm saying? So instead of whacking you, we just gonna beat the fuck out your ass and we gonna send you to prison for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? You enjoy the fruits of labor of being a law and locking other people up. Now it's your time for your ass to go in. That's exactly why they didn't kill him. And he is laid up in the hospital bed with all these damn marks and shit on his fucking face with that droopy ass look on his face. Like, damn, I know exactly what's about to happen to me. He know it's over. You know what I'm saying? So again, the moral of this story is no one, let me repeat it, no one is above the law, not even police, nobody, judges, politicians, prosecutors, attorneys, nobody is above the law. And it's just approved to you right here. This guy is about to do the rest of his life in prison as a former police officer shooting at the police. How about that? It's been another episode of Roll Up a Poet. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.